son! Help me!
You're not my father. You're just the last thing standing between me and everything I want. Goodbye, sir.
Please, don't leave me. The old hunter screamed as blood soaked through his torn clothes. His leg was trapped beneath a fallen tree. Just a few steps away stood the young man he had raised like his own son. The old hunter reached out with trembling hands. "You promised you would never abandon me." The young man slowly picked up the hunting bag, looked the old hunter in the eyes, then turned around and walked away, without saying a single word. The old hunter listened as the footsteps disappeared into the forest. Then, a deep growl echoed through the trees. Something was coming, and he was completely alone. Before we find out why the apprentice betrayed the only man who ever loved him, subscribe to the channel and join our family. We bring you powerful African stories of betrayal, sacrifice, and justice that stay with you long after the end. Now let's begin. Many years earlier, the old hunter was the most respected hunter in every village around the Great Forest. People believed he could read the language of animals. He never killed more than his family needed. He respected the forest, and the forest respected him. One rainy evening, he found a small boy sitting beside the body of his dead mother. The child had no family, no food, no home. The old hunter carried him home. "I may not be your father," he said, "but as long as I breathe, you will never sleep hungry again." From that day, the boy became his apprentice. For 10 years, the old hunter taught him everything: how to follow footprints, how to smell danger in the wind, how to stay calm when a lion stared into his eyes, how to survive without food for days. The boy learned quickly. Soon, people started praising the young hunter instead of the old man. The praise slowly changed him. He no longer listened. He wanted more money, more respect, more fame. One afternoon, traders arrived with a dangerous offer. "If you bring us the legendary white buffalo," they whispered, "we will pay enough money to make you richer than every chief around here." The old hunter immediately refused. "That animal is protected. Killing it brings nothing but sorrow." But the young man laughed. "Those are just old stories." A few days later, they entered the deepest part of the forest together. After hours of searching, they finally saw it, the white buffalo, standing quietly beside a river. The old hunter lowered his spear. "We'll leave." But the apprentice secretly threw his own spear. The animal roared and charged. The ground shook beneath their feet. Both hunters ran. Suddenly, a huge tree crashed down. The old hunter became trapped beneath it. He cried for help. The apprentice rushed towards him. For a moment, it looked like he would save him. Then he noticed the hunting bag. Inside were rare animal skins, valuable herbs, and years of savings. His eyes filled with greed. "If you die, everything becomes mine." He picked up the bag, ignored the old man's cries, and disappeared into the forest. The old hunter closed his eyes. He believed his life was over. But minutes later, something unexpected happened. The wounded white buffalo slowly walked back. It stood over the old hunter. Instead of attacking, it used its massive horns to push the heavy tree away. The old hunter could hardly believe it. The animal looked into his eyes one last time, then quietly disappeared into the forest. The old hunter slowly found his way home. Meanwhile, the apprentice reached the traders. Before they could pay him, armed forest guards surrounded everyone. The traders were arrested for illegal hunting. The apprentice was caught carrying the protected animal's blood-covered spear. No one believed his excuses. he was taken away in chains. Weeks later, the villagers were shocked to see the old hunter return alive. The apprentice lowered his head in shame. "I was blinded by greed," he whispered. The old hunter looked at him for a long time. "You learned every skill I taught you," he said softly, "but you never learned the lesson that mattered most. An hunter without honor is more dangerous than any wild animal." The apprentice lost his freedom. The old hunter kept his honor. And for many years, parents told their children this story whenever they spoke about loyalty, because the deepest wounds are not caused by enemies, they are caused by the people we choose to trust. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who believes loyalty is more valuable than wealth. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next powerful African story.